ABC News announced last night that Goldberg is suspended from The View for 2 weeks.
I don't think Whoopi Goldberg is very smart. Sorry, we've criticized her in different contexts before. I'm suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to.
ABC News President Kim Godwin saying in a statement, effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong.
I'm looking. I was two tables away from Trump, and I'm looking. I'm like, man, this is too much, you know.
Saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do. Well, you can call I do.
Wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments.
Who is in charge? Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go.
And she just, maybe smart is not the right word. She is not knowledgeable about the things that she argues about.
It was a morning unlike any other when the news broke that Whoopi Goldberg, the iconic co-host of The View, had been suspended from the show. The news hit like a storm, leaving everyone to wonder just what had happened behind the scenes. The controversy started with something that seemed like just another celebrity feud, but quickly escalated into a full-blown legal battle that would reverberate through media and the public for months to come. It all began with a comment Whoopi made on The View, a show notorious for its heated discussions and strong opinions. She and her co-hosts had been discussing the latest political developments, and as usual, Whoopi had some bold thoughts to share. In this particular episode, she and her fellow panelists were talking about Elon Musk, the tech mogul and CEO of Tesla, and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. The conversation turned into a heated exchange, with Whoopi suggesting that Musk and Vance were planning to silence Donald Trump, a remark that would come to haunt her in ways she never expected. Elon Musk, not one to let such accusations slide, saw the remarks as more than just talk show fodder. He believed that Whoopi and her co-hosts had crossed a line. According to Musk, their comments didn't merely misrepresent his views, they were a deliberate attempt to destroy his character. The lawsuit Musk filed against The View was about much more than words being thrown around casually. Musk claimed that the accusations had painted him as a threat to democracy, something he vehemently denied. What followed was a whirlwind of legal action, public backlash, and growing tensions both on and off the air. Whoopi, always known for her unapologetic personality, tried to downplay the situation at first. She claimed her words had been misunderstood, even offering an odd excuse that she was referring to her cat tripping her at home. But as the media storm picked up momentum, it was clear that this explanation wasn't going to cut it. Fans were furious, accusing Whoopi of trying to escape accountability, and
I think Whoopi Goldberg is very smart. Sorry, we've criticized her in different contexts before, and
in my opinion,
which part? Which injustice?
The criminal trial, the fact that he was not found guilty.
Oh,
yeah. But he was found liable.
She just, maybe smart is not the right word. She is not knowledgeable about the things that she argues about.
Later,
yes,
civilly,
like Trump is found liable.
Yes, he was the same thing.
Musk's legal team saw it as further proof that The View had no defense for the comments that had been made on the air. The case began to take on a life of its own. As the media coverage intensified, new reports emerged that federal authorities were getting involved. The police had launched an investigation to determine whether Whoopi's remarks posed any legal or security risks. This was no longer just about defamation. It was about the consequences of spreading misinformation on a platform as large as The View. Musk's legal team seized upon this development, using it as evidence that Whoopi's words hadn't just been reckless, they had the potential to cause real harm. As pressure mounted, Whoopi's position at The View became increasingly untenable. The once powerful voice of reason on the talk show was now at the center of a storm. ABC News quickly made an announcement that sent shockwaves through the media world. Whoopi Goldberg was being suspended from The View for 2 weeks. In a statement, ABC News President Kim Godwin said, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. For Whoopi, the suspension was not just a temporary break from the spotlight, it was a harsh reminder of the responsibility that comes with being a public figure. Insider sources revealed that Whoopi had been overwhelmed by the backlash. It's easy to imagine how someone in her position would feel, at the center of a media firestorm with millions of eyes on every word they speak. The pressure would have been unbearable, and for Whoopi, the suspension seemed like a way to take a step back from the relentless media spotlight. But there were those who felt that the suspension was less about Whoopi's need for a break and more about the network distancing itself from the controversy. The View was a highly watched show, and with Elon Musk's lawsuit hanging over it, the network had a brand to protect. In their eyes, letting Whoopi go for a while seemed like the most logical way to prevent further damage. After all, the show's reputation was now at stake, and if Musk's legal victory was anything to go by, it seemed like a perfect opportunity for ABC to assert its control over the narrative. The implications of this case weren't just about Whoopi Goldberg or even about The View. This was about something much larger, the growing responsibility of media figures when it comes to making claims that could damage someone's reputation. The lawsuit filed by Musk set a new precedent, signaling that no one, not even the most beloved TV personalities, was untouchable. For Musk, his $80 million legal victory was not just about money, it was about making sure that public figures and media outlets thought twice before recklessly making accusations. Musk's legal win reverberated through the media landscape. It raised questions about the role of media outlets in shaping public opinion and how much power they really had when it came to influencing people's perceptions. Musk's victory sent a strong message to the industry that those who use their platforms to spread false or damaging information could and would face consequences. As news of the...
It's a little weird that her network suspended her for sharing her view on The View.
ABC News President Kim Godwin saying in a statement, effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and her...
I mean, if she's remorseful, why send her away? Isn't it better to keep her and then use this as a teaching moment?
Hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments.
Suspension spread. Social media exploded with reactions. Supporters of Musk praised his victory, claiming that he was right to take legal action against Whoopi and the View crew. One tweet read, "It is documented that Whoopi Goldberg has lied about Elon Musk numerous times while appearing on The View. Elon is fully justified in filing a lawsuit against her." Another person wrote, "The damage Whoopi Goldberg and her legion of demons have done to people must come to an end. They are vile, angry, hateful people. Why are they on the air?" On the other hand, there were those who felt that the suspension was an overreaction. Some argued that Whoopi was simply sharing her opinion, something that public figures like her had the right to do. One commenter wrote, "I think it's a little weird that her network suspended her for sharing her view on The View. I mean, if she's remorseful, why send her away? Isn't it better to keep her and then use this as a teaching moment?" The debate around Whoopi's suspension was not just about her specific comments or Musk's lawsuit. It was about the larger issue of media accountability. The controversy highlighted the thin line that media personalities walk when it comes to making bold claims and statements on national television. Was The View being irresponsible in its portrayal of Musk? Or was the suspension just another example of the network trying to protect its brand from a PR disaster? Some fans argued that the whole incident was just the latest example of The View crossing the line between entertainment and journalism. The show had been criticized before for mixing the two in ways that could be misleading or harmful. This time, however, it was clear that the stakes were higher. Musk's legal victory wasn't just a personal win, it was a victory for accountability in the media. As the fallout continued, it became clear that the story wasn't going to fade away anytime soon. Whoopi's suspension would remain a topic of conversation for weeks, if not months, to come. And in the meantime, the debate raged on about the role of media figures in shaping public narratives, about the responsibility that comes with having a platform, and about the potential consequences of carelessly throwing around accusations. Elon Musk's victory, in the end, wasn't just about his own reputation. It was about setting a new standard for media accountability. His win proved that even the most famous TV personalities couldn't hide behind the guise of free speech when their words had the potential to cause real harm. And as the media landscape continues to evolve, the events surrounding Whoopi Goldberg's suspension from The View will no doubt be remembered as a pivotal moment in the ongoing battle between media personalities and the public figures they choose to criticize. For now, Whoopi Goldberg's fate on The View remains uncertain. Some argue that her removal was justified. Others feel that she was simply caught in the crossfire of a much larger issue. Whatever the case may be, the story is far from over, and as Musk celebrates his courtroom victory, the world watches closely to see what happens next. The battle over media responsibility, it seems, is only just beginning.